Yes, hello there. That was what a voice, eh? What a voice. Sharon Den Adel on vocals there for Within Temptation, and that was from their 2003 album Mother Earth, and that was called Ice Queen. What do you think of that, Jurij?
Very tame stuff, very quiet. Also, we are behaving strange today. We're having a cup of tea instead of a pint.
Yeah, exactly.
We became Iron Maidens, you know.
Yeah.
I mean those ladies who do ironing.
Oh yes.
This
Well,
is what I mean, yeah.
ironing is something I've never done my whole life, and I want to continue that way. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm the typical bachelor. Right then, before we play your first song, Mr. Jurij, we have something that we missed last week. We have a rock quiz for you. Are you ready?
Not really. Yeah.
Tough. Right, here we go. 10 questions. Right. In 2000, the year 2000 that is, Lars Ulrich took internet site Napster to court. Why?
They published free MP3s of samples of songs. Yeah.
Yep.
They were available for free. Yeah.
Yep, got that in one.
He
People were downloading
he
Metallic.
Himself, you know. Actually, he has sold his good name for this, but
yeah, exactly.
He was brave because
because he was one of the few who stood up and said, "Nope, if you want to listen to our music, you go out and buy it, because that's why we're around. That's why every band's around." So I've got a lot of respect for Lars Ulrich for doing that, because he stood up and said no.
He just had to do it in more quiet way, more calm way, not to be upset while talking.
Well, Lars is an angry type of person, really. Is like, you know.
You can't make a music like that,
Yeah, exactly. Right, okay. Question 2. Mama, We're All Crazy Now, Come On Feel the Noise are big hits in the 70s for which British glam rock band?
They were Slade.
That's the one. I was going to say the clue was the lead singer's got these massive sideburns, which I could never grow.
Do you remember the cover from Quiet Riot? Mama, Come and Feel the Noise.
Actually, yes, they did do that, didn't they?
Put it in Colour's Corner.
Well, if I had both versions, yeah. Right, number 3. Oh dear, excuse me, I just hiccuped on a little bit of tea there. Right, Phil Collen from Def Leppard recently formed side project Man Rays and released debut album Surreal. But who are the other 2 members of the band?
Oh, sorry, I forgot about this.
Okay, it's actually Simon Laffey from his ex-band Girl on the bass.
Before he joined Def Leppard.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he also doubles as producer for this album. And ex-Sex Pistols drummer Paul Cook.
I didn't know that. Paul Cook.
There you go. Okay. You've learned something there, you see. Right, question 4. Ozzy Osbourne celebrates his 60th birthday this year, but when is his birthday?
It's the 3rd of December.
Yeah, you wouldn't be a proper rock fan if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, question 5. Rick Savage of Def Leppard was taken on as a teenager as a football apprentice for which football club?
I know that he's from Sheffield, so probably it was Sheffield Football Club.
Sheffield, which one? They got 2.
FC.
Sheffield United, yeah? That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
It could have went a very different way for Rick Savage, actually. I'm going to stay with this question for now, because Rick Savage actually supports Sheffield Wednesday, and had they offered him the football contract, he would not have been a musician in Def Leppard. He would have been a full-time football player for Sheffield Wednesday, because he supports them. But it was actually arch rival Sheffield United who offered him the contract. It was quite difficult for him, but he decided to be a musician on bass for Def Leppard instead. So I reckon that was a good decision, because Def Leppard wouldn't have been the same without old Rick Savage on the bass, in my opinion anyway. He's one of the original members left in the band, actually. Right, yes, question 6. dragging on a bit. Question 6. Ville Valo of Finnish gothic rock band Him had a cover on their debut album of which classic Blue Oyster Cult record? You got to know this because it's the only song from them I've actually heard. So have a think about it. What song
Blue
did
Oyster
they cover?
Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult, yeah. Which is their most famous song? Their most famousest of famous songs.
I definitely know it, but I can't remember the name.
No? Ah, that's a bit of a shame. Don't Fear the Reaper.
Oh.
That's a shame. I thought you'd know. I thought you would have nailed that one. You didn't know him,
I
but
know the song, yeah.
you know the song. I mean, it's the only song I've ever heard from Blue Oyster Cult. I don't know if there are other songs, but anyway. Question 7. What is the make of the type of drums that Lars Ulrich of Metallica uses?
He uses double bass drum.
I want to know the make.
Which company?
Yes. I thought you'd know this. I mean, I've actually just remembered the other drummer who uses exactly the same. It's the drummer from Anthrax uses the same. What's his name? Charlie Benante, I think.
Based. It's Indian singles.
You've given me 2 answers there, both wrong. It's Tama. T-A-M-A.
Okay.
Right, staying with drums. Rich, when did Rick Allen of Def Leppard lose his left arm in a fatal car crash?
It was in the end of 1984.
Yeah. What day?
It was the New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Correct. 2 more. Doing very well. Vivian Campbell of Def Leppard. God, all these questions about Def Leppard. Cool. Who wrote all these? I wonder.
Okay.
Vivian Campbell of Def Leppard has been in several other bands prior to Def Leppard. Can you name 2 of them for me?
Actually, I know just two of them.
So do I.
He used to play for Whitesnake.
Yep.
And for Dio. Of course.
That's the one. 4 points there. Right, last question before your first song. Blockbuster and Action are 2 of the biggest UK hits for which British glam rock band?
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster and Action. They're the only 2 songs I know from this band, so I couldn't write any more.
No.
No? You don't know?
No.
The Sweet. So, right, okay.
Sweet.
1, 2,
I know
3,
the
4,
song Set
5,
Me Free
6.
from Sweet. You know?
Set Me Free.
Yeah.
No, I don't know that. Right, oh well. You got 6 out of 10, which is quite good. It's better than average. So, well done, Mr. Jurij. 10 more questions in 2 songs' time. What's your first song, please?
Yeah, the opening song was quiet and tame. So I would. I have chosen an anti-war song from this year, 60 years old, Ozzy Osbourne, from Ultimate Sin album Killer of Giants.